That exercise 4.
Okay, exercise 4.
Yeah.
Which question?
22 and 23.
Exercise 4, 22 and 23. Okay, wait. Uh, 1 second. Okay. Basically, question number 22 is this: a fixed point is at a perpendicular distance. Question 22, exercise
Yeah.
4. A fixed point is at a perpendicular distance A.
Yeah.
Fixed point is at perpendicular distance A from a fixed line. From a fixed line, and a point moves. A point moves so that its distance from fixed point is always equal to the distance from fixed line. Distance from fixed point is equal to distance from fixed line.
Yeah.
Fixed line. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have to find the equation to its locus. Axis of
Yeah.
coordinates being drawn through the fixed point and in parallel and perpendicular to the given line. Okay. So let's say axis of coordinate, this is the fixed point. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's call it O is a fixed point, and let's say AP is the line, fixed line.
Yeah.
Correct. So AB being the fixed line, let's say. Axis of coordinates is one axis is perpendicular to it and one axis is parallel to it, as
Yeah.
mentioned in the question, right?
Yeah.
Now, what is he saying? A point moves so that it's now this distance is A. Fixed point is at a fixed distance from a fixed line, right? A.
Yeah.
A point moves, let's say a variable point P H K. It moves so that its distance from this to and its distance from this are same, right?
Yeah.
So this distance must be equal to this distance. So let's say variable point P H comma K, its distance from fixed point is what? Root over H square plus K square. My fixed point is 0, 0, right?
Yeah.
And distance of this PHK from this line is, this total was A, so this distance would be, this much is K, so this much is A minus K, right?
Yeah.
So this is A minus K, no, you understand?
Yeah.
So you get H square plus K square is equal to A square plus K square minus 2K. K square gets cancelled. Your equation becomes H square plus 2K is equal to A square. And this equation can be written 2Ka. This equation can be written in terms of, whenever you get an equation in terms of H and K, you will replace at
Yeah.
the end H with X and K with Y to get your
Yeah.
XY equation. That is the
Yeah. The
meaning of
answer
the
is given.
locus.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the meaning of the locus, because my H and K were variable, no? So that is X and Y, right?
Yeah.
So in this question, the key thing is to be able to read the question carefully and draw a proper figure. So
Yeah.
fixed point is origin, one fixed line is at a distance A from the origin, and then variable point is moving such a way that this distance, variable point is moving such a way that this distance is equal to this. So somewhere like this the locus will come. This is a parabola.
Yeah.
Fixed
Okay.
distance of point from here to here is same. So distance of point from here to here is same. From, so you understand, this distance
Yeah.
to this distance is same, so on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one,
20.
question number 23.
Yeah.
Question 23. In the previous question, if the first distance be 1, always half, and 2, always twice the second distance, find the equation. So in the previous question, part
Okay.
1,
Then
so root
that
h
root
square
h square plus k square
is
in
half
um,
a
yeah.
k, and the second one is
Yeah.
always twice. So h square plus k square is equal to 2 times a minus k. So
Yeah.
you'll get two different equations, different locus, right? So you'll simplify this and solve it, right?
Yeah.
Basically, I will do this one case. H square plus k square is equal to a square plus k square minus 2ak by 4. Becomes 4h square plus 4k square minus k square plus 2ak is equal to a square. So it becomes 4x square plus 3y square plus 2ay is equal to a square. This is the equation.
Yeah.
Okay. The second one also you can similarly do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so now what we will do is we'll continue straight. Is there any other doubts? Straight lines will continue.
Yeah.
You have any doubt?
Yeah. Exercise 5
Okay, tell me. Exercise 5.
27, 28, and 29.
Question 27. Question 27. Let's look at exercise 5. Okay. Question 27. Find the equation of the diagonal.
Yeah.
The diagonal of the rectangle whose equations are this one, no?
Yeah.
So how does it look? Y is equal to b is one line
Yeah.
like this. Y is equal to b dash is one line like this. X is equal to a
Yeah.
is one line like this.
Yeah.
And x is equal to a dash is one line like this. Right?
Yeah.
Rectangle is easy to find. No, all the points are known.
Yeah.
Equation of diagonals you have to find.
Yeah.
So what is this point? Tell me. This point.
This is
A comma b.
comma b.
And this is a comma b dash. And this is a dash comma b. And this is a dash comma b dash. Right?
A comma b dash. Yeah. Yeah.
All the points I have written.
Yeah.
Correct. So then 2 points are known, no? You can draw a line between them, no? First diagonal one. A comma b to a dash comma b dash.
Yeah.
Diagonal 2 is what? Diagonal 2 is
A comma b dash and a dash comma b.
a dash comma b. So 2-point form, I will use this form. I'll just write it. You can get the answer yourself. Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 by x minus x1. This
Yeah.
2-point form will give you the answer, no?
Yeah.
2 points x1 y1 x2 y2 are known, so you can just put this inside this, right?
Yeah.
What was the difficulty? You were facing difficulty with what?
I didn't do 2-point form.
So anyway, you 1 point and 1 slope also you can get. You can get slope between this m
Yeah.
and
A minus
and 2 points are
A
available.
dash.
So you can also do 1 point form, no? This one.
Yeah.
So there is no problem, right?
Okay.
You understood?
Yeah.
Sure, no, there is no problem here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 28.
Yeah.
Find the equation to straight line which bisects the distance between this and also bisects the distance between this. So 28 is that, no?
Yeah.
So bisects distance between AB and A dash B dash, and also bisects distance between minus A comma B,
Yeah. And
A dash comma minus B dash, right?
yeah.
Again, bisects distance between, तो मतलब this is becoming,
Intern. Yeah. A plus A dash by 2.
it passes through
Yeah.
this point
Yeah.
and through, right?
Yeah.
Again, 2 points are known, no?
Yeah. Okay.
2-point form, right?
Okay.
You understand why, no? Slope is easily
Yeah.
found, and any one of these points you can pick to write your equation. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Slope is
Okay.
found. Okay.
Yeah.
29. Find the equation to the straight lines which go through the origin and trisect the portion of the straight line which is intercepted. Okay. So you have to find equations of straight lines. So basically 2 or more straight lines which go through origin, pass through the origin, okay, and trisect
Trisect.
the portion of the straight line, the portion of straight line 3x plus y is equal to 12, right? Which is intercepted
Yeah.
between
You
the
can do the.
axes.
Yeah.
Intercept.
Okay. I can solve this one now.
You can find the points of trisection, no?
Yeah. And then
So
2-point form.
correct. So this is 4 comma 0, and this is 0 comma this is 12. Suppose
Yeah.
this is 12. This is one line. This is 0 comma 12. Okay, this is my line, right?
Yeah.
So points of trisection will be 1 is to 2 and 2 is to 1. These are the 2 points, no?
Yeah.
Points
Yeah.
of trisection means make it 3 halves, and one point is this and another point is this, right?
Yeah.
So I will find by section formula, I'll find this point first. Let's find that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It is 1 is to 2 ratio. So 2 into 0, 2 into 0 plus 1 into 4 by 3, comma 2 into 12 plus 1 into 0 by 3,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this becomes 4 by 3, comma 2 into 12, 24 by 3 is 8. 4 by 3, comma 8 is this point,
Yeah.
right? And the other point, this point is what? This point is 1, 2 is this side now. 2 into 4,
Yeah.
2 into 4 plus
8.
1 into
1.
0 by 3. So, comma 2 into 0 plus 1 into 12 by 3, right? So this is 8 by 3,
Yeah.
comma 4. This is 8 by 3, comma 4, right? Correct.
Yeah.
This is 4 by 3,
Yeah.
comma 8. This is 8 by 3, comma 4. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now 2 lines from the origin. One line is like this. One line is like
Yeah.
this, right?
Then 2-point form.
2 point also line from the origin is just y is equal to mx, no?
Yeah.
Any line passing through the origin is
Yeah.
y is equal to mx, right? So just the m you
Yeah.
need for this, just the m for this line.
Yeah.
8 minus 0, 0 0 is another point. 8 minus 0 by 4 by 3, right? So this is 8
Yeah,
by
okay.
4 by 3x. So this becomes 6x. Y is equal to 6x is this line. And this
Yeah,
4 by 8 by 3. 4 by 8 by 3 is the slope. So 3 by 2. Y is equal to 3 by 2x is the other line.
okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me if there are any other problems. There is exercise 6 also after that.
Yeah, I don't have doubts in exercise 6.
Okay. So you're getting it, na? Angle between lines and all.
Yeah.
You
I
are
have an exercise 7, 3 doubts.
okay. Which ones?
5, 9, and 11.
Okay. Okay. Question 5. Find the length of the perpendicular from the origin. Okay, I want
Yeah.
you to try 5, 9, and 11 for 5 minutes yourself, because now you have learned this 2-point form. You have forgotten, I think, that time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think now you can do many of these. So
Okay.
try for the next 5 minutes. Try yourself, and if not, I will solve it. Okay. So after that, we'll continue forward. Okay.
Yeah.
Try question 5, 9, and 11 right now.
I'm in stock shop. Hello? Hey, stop screaming. Stop. Okay.
Okay, are you able to get it now?
In fifth one, I just like I've done one silly mistake. I can't find it out. I got 9 and 11.
Okay, you got 9 and 11 answers, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so fifth one, let's do. So question 5, length of perpendicular from origin to the straight lines joining the points, two straight line joining points, a cos alpha, a sin alpha, and a cos beta, a sin beta. Okay, so what is the equation of the straight line? Let's write that first. Y minus
Yeah. Y
a
minus
sin
Y1.
beta,
A.
suppose, is equal
Yeah,
to
okay. Is equal to
a sin
A
alpha.
sin beta minus A sin. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The choice doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
A cos alpha minus a cos beta
Yeah.
into x minus a
Minus A
cos beta.
cos beta. Yeah.
Right. So this one a gets cancelled.
Yeah. So
A,
sin alpha minus sin beta.
which is 2 sin
Alpha
minus
plus beta by 2.
alpha minus beta by 2 cos alpha plus beta by 2.
Okay.
This is
Yeah. Okay.
this one becomes cos minus cos is cos 2 cos alpha plus beta by 2 cos beta minus alpha by 2.
Yeah.
Maybe here only you made mistake.
Yeah.
This gets cancelled, beta, and this becomes y minus a sin beta. So my equation is becoming a cos alpha beta minus alpha by 2 is here, right? Cos beta minus alpha by 2 is here. So when you multiply now, okay, y into cos beta minus alpha by 2 minus a sin beta cos beta minus alpha by 2 is equal to sin alpha minus beta by 2 into x minus a cos beta sin alpha minus beta by 2, right? This is
Yeah.
my equation, right? So write this equation like this: cos beta minus alpha by 2 minus x into sin alpha minus beta by 2 plus oh, okay, this is nice because a you get sin alpha minus beta by 2 cos beta minus sin beta cos beta minus alpha by 2, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So
Yeah.
is equal to 0, right? If you notice here, this cos beta minus alpha by 2 can be written as cos alpha minus beta by 2, right?
Yeah.
Because cos of minus theta is same as cos theta, right? So this is sin a cos b minus sin b cos a, right?
Yeah.
So that is sine A minus B, right? Which
Yeah.
is sine of alpha minus beta by 2 minus beta, right?
Yeah.
So, so you get you get some alpha minus 3 beta by 2. Okay, so I think
Yeah.
I have also made some careless mistake here, right?
So
Because
it is cos alpha minus cos beta 2 sine alpha plus beta by 2 and 2 sine like and sine beta minus alpha by 2.
oh, it's sine, no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is sine. This is sine, right?
Yeah.
So then which one gets cancelled? Which one gets cancelled? Sine beta minus alpha by 2 gets cancelled. This gets cancelled with this, right?
Yeah.
With a minus sign. And what is left is this one and this one, right? You
Yeah.
understand? Sine of this is left and cos of this is left, right? So
Yeah.
that is the mistake. The formula we are not using correctly. That is a mistake. So once you
Okay.
multiply and all, you'll get a similar looking equation, but slightly different, right?
Yeah.
Once you do that, suppose whatever it is like this: a capital X plus b capital Y plus c is equal to 0.
Yeah.
Whatever is the
Yeah.
coefficients. Then perpendicular distance from origin will be just perpendicular is equal to a into 0 plus b into 0 plus c
Plus
by
c by
root
root a
a
square
square
plus.
b square. So it will be c by root a square plus b square. So if you
Yeah.
get the equations correctly here properly, then after that it is just
Yeah.
direct, right?
Okay.
So just correct it later. Any other
Yeah.
doubts? Tell me.
No.
Question 9 and all you got now. No?
Yeah.
There are questions till 11. Only 11 questions are there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So till this exercise you have done.
Yeah.
Exercise 7. Okay. Next is, let me just check the book. Exercise 8. What is there in exercise 8? One second. Till exercise 7 you have done. So after that it is okay. Coordinates of point of intersection. Okay. So we'll continue the theory.
Yeah.
So okay. Article number 77. Article
Yeah.
77. So that is to find the coordinates of point of intersection of two straight lines. This you already know.
Yeah.
C1 is equal to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0. If you want to find the coordinates of point of intersection, then
It
that
is
point,
just
that point
like
lie on both of them. So you have to just solve this, right?
yeah.
So point lies on both lines. So just solve these two equations for x and y, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So multiply this by a2, multiply
Yeah.
this by a1, eliminate x and so on, right? So you'll finally get
Yeah.
common point x will be equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and y is equal to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1.
Yeah.
So this is just obvious how to solve it. Don't try to memorize these answers, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this is clear. If the lines are parallel, the point of intersection will be infinity. Point of intersection will be infinity. Basically, the lines will never meet if they are parallel. If they are parallel, right? So
Yeah.
that means a1 b2 minus a2 b1, right, is equal to 0.
Yeah. 0.
So you'll get a1 b2 is equal to a2 b1. So a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2.
Yeah.
which is the which is another way of saying a1 by b1 is equal to a2 by b2. So this is minus a1 by b1 is equal to minus a2 by b2, or m1 is equal to m2.
Yeah.
This is another way of saying that lines are parallel, and therefore then the ratio of a1 and a2 and b1 and b2 is same. Then lines
Yeah.
are parallel. So if you have line like this, 2x plus y plus 5 is equal to 0, and x plus y by 2 plus 3 is equal to 0.
Yeah.
Right? Makes sense.
Yeah.
Then lines are parallel. This is article 78. Now, to find the condition that three lines meet in a point. So
Yeah.
three lines are concurrent. Concurrency means they meet in
They
a
all
point.
meet at the point.
Meet in a point. So
Yeah.
three lines are concurrent. That means what you can do is a1x plus b1y
Yeah.
plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2
Yeah.
is equal to 0, and a3x plus b3y plus c3 is equal to
Yeah.
0. These are our three lines. L1 and L2 you can solve and get the point of intersection, right? That
Yeah.
point of intersection should lie on L3,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
the point of intersection that we found in the previous case, just take that point of intersection and you can put it on, you can put it on the third line, right? Third equation,
Yeah.
and that should satisfy, right?
Yeah.
So finally you'll end up getting a long condition, which you don't have to
Yeah.
memorize. A1 B2 C3 minus B3 C2 plus P1 C2 A3 minus C3 A2 plus
Yeah.
C1 A2 B3 minus A3 B2 is equal to 0. The way to remember that is this determinant A1
Yeah.
B1 C1 A2 B2 C2 A3 B3 C3. This determinant value is 0. This determinant, how to
Yeah.
evaluate, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
To evaluate determinants, have you ever seen this thing before? Determinants?
Yeah.
Okay. So the way to evaluate is
Yeah. If you take the first row,
uh,
like if you, yeah, then like if you
A1.
take A1, then you have to block the first row and first column and multiply, like cross multiply the rest.
You have to block it out, and you will do B2 C3 minus B3 C2.
Yeah.
Right?
And then put minus sign.
B2
For
C3 minus B3 C2. Then
yeah,
the signs keep alternating, plus, minus, plus,
minus
or
plus. Yeah.
plus, minus, plus, right? Like this also you can do it, right? So then you do this one, then you block these two. So you'll do A2 C3 minus A3 C2 minus
Yeah.
B1 into A2 C3 minus A3 C2, and then you'll do plus C1 into A2 B3 minus A3
A3
B2,
C2.
right? So now see that this one, if you change the sign and bring A3 C2 ahead, then it becomes this result
Yeah.
is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So three lines are congruent if their coefficient determinant formed by taking their coefficients is 0 for all the three lines, right?
Yeah.
So this is the theory of this part. Then okay, one more article 80. Okay, so
Yeah.
article 80 says another criteria as to whether three straight lines of the previous article meet in a point is the following, right? If three constants PQR can be found such that P into A1x plus B1y plus C1 plus Q into A2x plus B2y plus C2 plus R into 3x plus b3y plus c3 is equal to 0
Yeah.
identically. What is the meaning of this statement identically? Identically means if you can find three numbers p, q, and r, right? Such that
Yeah.
this relation is an identity. This is equal to 0 is an identity. Identity means true for all values of x. True for
Okay.
all values of x comma y. Okay. So basically true for all points. Basically you should be able to find, like for example, y is equal
Yeah.
to 3x, y is equal to x, and y is equal to 5x, right? Correct. Now
Yeah.
I've chosen these three lines in such a way that they are all passing through origin, no? So
Yeah.
I know identical, they are definitely concurrent, right? They are all
Yeah.
passing through origin, right? Origin is the point of concurrency. So what I'll say is my equations are these.
Yeah.
These are my three line equations. Now what this article is saying is you should be able to find PQR such that P into y minus 3x plus q into y minus x plus r into y minus 5x is equal to 0. Okay. For
Okay.
all values of x and y, for all x and y are identically 0. So what does this mean? P plus q plus r y plus x minus 3p minus q minus 5r is equal to 0,
Should be equal to 0. Yeah.
right? So this is true for all values of x. Therefore, p plus q plus r should be 0 and 3p plus q plus 5r should be 0,
Yeah.
right? Correct.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will not be true for all values of x and y. No, x and y could be different. Correct. Only way in which it can be identically 0 is this. So p plus q plus r is 0. So here we can remove p
Yeah.
plus q plus r from here. So 2p plus 4r plus p plus q plus r has been removed is 0, right?
Yeah.
So p is equal to minus 2r you're getting, right? And q is equal to, if p is minus 2r, you put that in this. So q is equal to r.
Yeah. Okay.
So minus p plus r is 2r minus r.
Yeah.
Q is equal to r. So you get minus 2r. P is that, q is r and r, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now any value like this, I can now basically find minus r can be 1.
Yeah.
Any such value will fit this, no? Now
Yeah.
you can test it out. You can say that p is minus 2, right? We took minus 2. It will be fitting, no? Minus 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 0. And
Yeah.
this one will become 6 minus 1 minus 5. This is also 0. See,
Yeah.
you can find infinite values of r, no, for which this will be true.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah.
so what we are getting is, because the lines were concurrent, right?
Yeah.
Because the lines were concurrent, you were able to find p, q, and r such that
Yeah.
this into this plus this into this plus this into this is equal to 0 for all x and y. In case the
Yeah.
lines were not concurrent, right? If you had a
Yeah.
line like this, right? If you had an equation with a slight
Yeah.
change, minus 1, right? Then this will not fit, because minus 1 will ruin it, because there will be a minus q, no?
Yeah.
Everything else will be same, but there will be a minus q, right?
Yeah.
So you will not be able to find one individual uh, x, and you will not be able to find for all x and y this is 0, right? Because
Yeah.
q will have to be 0, right? As soon as
Yeah.
q becomes 0, p plus r
P
will
is
have to
equal
be
to
0. So p is equal to minus r. And
yeah.
if you do that, q is becoming what now? Minus 3p is becoming 3r minus 5r minus q. So q is becoming 2r, right?
Yeah.
Q is equal to 2r. So the only point where it happens is pqr is equal to 0.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
So this doesn't happen for all values. Only one value you get, where PQR is equal to 0. But that is not that is not anything meaningful. No, that is saying 0 into this is plus 0 into this plus 0 into this is 0, right? For any other
Yeah.
point, it will not work out. No, you'll not be able to get that Q is 0 and Q is 2R and P is minus R. There will be no such point, right? For which this is true, right? So you understand that for concurrency, this relation has to be true for all X and Y. So you should be able to find PQR such that this is true.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and if it is not concurrent, you will not be able to find PQR such that this is true, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. The only PQR which
Yeah.
makes it identically true is 0, 0, 0 for non-concurrent lines, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at let's look at some examples. Okay, article 81. Example 1, look
Yeah.
at
Okay.
this. Show that the three straight lines meet in a point, right? So see how he has done it now. See, he is using this new result. So he's
Yeah.
saying,
Okay.
if we multiply the first equation by 3, second equation by 1, then and third equation by minus 1. So you have 6x plus 3x, 9x minus 9x, no?
Yeah.
And similarly, if you do the other y's also, minus 9 plus 4 minus 5 plus 5, right? That also cancels. And
Yeah.
the constant term also 15 minus 7, 8 minus 8. That also cancels,
Yeah.
right? So PQR, for PQR 3, 1, minus 1, we have identically this is equal to 0, right?
Okay.
So then we are able to find PQRs such that it is becoming identically 0. That means the lines are concurrent.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So makes sense, no? He is
Yeah.
using that result from the previous article. Now,
Yeah.
prove that the three perpendiculars drawn from the vertices of a triangle upon opposite sides all meet in a point. Okay. So
Yeah.
this is like altitudes, right? Three perpendiculars
Yeah.
from vertices to opposite side. So, so equation of each altitude he is writing. Let's say the points are x1,
Yeah.
y1, x2,
And
y2,
then you have
x3,
to
y4.
use Article 77.
Article 77. Why 77? 77 is the
Not 77. Sorry. 79.
so 79 he could have used, but he's going to use article 80 because it's easier to use 80. See one equation he got here.
Okay.
Equation 1. See, equation 1 is y into y3 minus y2 plus x into x3 minus x2 and also. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did he get
Yeah. Okay.
equation of perpendicular line? Can you find equation of perpendicular line? Wait. So suppose this is my triangle and this is A, this is B, this is C. A is
Yeah.
x1 comma y1, this is x2 comma y2, and this is x3 comma y3.
Yeah.
So he's finding equation of altitude. So let's see how to get equation of altitude. So this is suppose D, right? This is 90, right?
Yeah.
So he's saying, I want equation of AD, right? Equation of AD will look something like this: y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, right? We
Yeah.
need the slope of line AD. So slope of line
Yeah.
AD is equal to minus 1 by slope of BC,
Yeah.
right? Because it's perpendicular.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So slope of BC, m for BC is equal to y3 minus y2 by x3 minus
X2
x2.
minus X2. Yeah.
M of AD will be equal to minus 1 by. So
So
x2
X2
minus
minus
x3 by
X3
y3
by
minus
Y3
y2.
minus Y2.
Correct.
Yeah.
So now you will write the equation like this: y minus y1 is equal to x2 minus x3 by y3 minus y2 into x minus x1, right?
Okay.
You will just write the equation like this simply. Now that is what he has written here. Okay. So he
Yeah.
is saying equations of perpendiculars from B and C B and C on CA and AB are also similarly looking like this. Okay, he has written all three equations. Okay,
Yeah.
now see, the reason why he does not use the determinant is because so many calculations have to be done there, no? Right?
Yeah.
So he's saying,
Yeah.
why don't you just add these three equations? See,
Yeah.
if you add the equations, what happens? See, y3 minus y2, y1 minus y3, and y2 minus y1 cancel, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything nicely cancels out. See,
Okay.
so PQR is 111.
Okay.
PQR is 111 because P into equation 1 plus Q into L2 plus R into L3 is becoming 0, which is
Yeah.
obvious by just looking at it, because the brackets are all cancelling out if you add three of them, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So PQR is 111, and that means the lines are concurrent, right?
Yeah.
This point is called orthocenter, the point of concurrency.
Okay.
Makes sense, no?
Yeah.
Orthocenter. Okay,
Yeah.
somewhere here. Okay, so
Yeah.
it is not necessary that you always use the determinant method. Sometimes there might be a better method which is obvious, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So now so to find the equation 82, article 82, article 82. So let's try to do this. I will say article 82 to find an equation of a
Okay.
straight line passing through the point of intersection,
Yeah.
of two lines. One line is y is equal to uh, let's see, use the line that he has written. Let's say one line is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and the other line
Yeah.
is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Okay, so
Yeah.
basically what is he saying? Of any straight line, to find the equation of any straight line passing through the point of intersection of these two lines. Okay, so let's say one line is like this, one line is like this. Okay, this is
Yeah.
L1 and this is L2. Okay, this is my L1, this is my L2. So this point is P, H comma K something,
Yeah.
right? He's
Yeah.
saying we should, how many lines can be drawn passing through P?
Infinite.
Infinite lines are possible, no?
Yeah.
Any possible line is there. Many possible lines are possible, right?
Yeah.
Right. Infinite lines are possible. So he's saying equation of any line through P can be written
Yeah.
as L1 plus lambda L2 is equal to 0, where lambda is a constant. Lambda is a
Okay.
constant. Now let's try to understand why this is true. So
Yeah.
equation of any line through this is equal to this. So why is this true? Because if you think of it, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, right? Is the equation of a line through a point. Let's say this is P and this is P,
Yeah.
right? So you are getting y minus yp is equal
Yeah.
to mx minus mxp, right? Correct.
Yeah.
So the main thing is that yp and xp can be gotten in terms of these, right?
Yeah.
Yp and xp is the intersection point of these, right? So you have that b1c2 minus b2c1 by
Yeah.
that one, right? So
Yeah.
when you write it, when you express it like that, right? When you
Yeah.
express it like that, what happens is you will always be able to isolate the equation of the first line and equation of the second line in this way. So let's first try to understand how. I don't want to do that calculation, that's why I don't want to do it right now, but we'll take
Yeah.
some examples and do it. First try to understand why this has to be true, because P, this equation of any line through P must pass through P, no? Right?
Yeah.
And if you take coordinates of P as say h comma k, right? And if you put this in this line, it should be satisfying.
Yeah.
This L1 plus lambda L2, if you put P h comma k into it, then it should be equal to 0, no? Because any line through P should satisfy the line, the P h k, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So now you should notice that hk lies on L1, right?
Yeah.
hk lies on L1, so L1 is 0. So
Yeah.
if you write a1x plus b1y plus c1 plus lambda into a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, right? Then if you
Yeah.
put hk, a1h plus b1k plus c1, that is individually itself 0, no? Because of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is also itself 0.
Yeah.
So clearly the whole thing will be 0, right?
Yeah.
So that means that definitely this thing, this expression that comes like this will be 0 if you put phk into it, right?
Yeah.
That means it is passing through phk, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You are convinced that it is passing through phk, right?
Yeah.
Now this lambda just changes the slope. By taking different values of lambda, you will get different slopes, right? Because what is the
Yeah.
slope of this line? Let's do it on the next page. Let's say a1x plus b1y plus c1 plus lambda into a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Let's find the slope of this line. This line is just
Yeah.
a1 plus lambda a2 x
X
plus b1
plus
plus
B1
lambda
plus lambda B2 Y
y plus c1 plus
C1 plus
lambda
lambda
c2
C2.
is 0, right? So
Yeah.
slope of this line is minus a1
A,
plus lambda a2 by
yeah. By
b1 plus
B1 plus lambda B2.
slope of this is this, right?
Yeah.
Now a1, a2, b1, b2 are fixed numbers because of the fixed straight lines that is given to you,
Yeah.
right? So only variable thing is lambda here, right? So
Yeah.
if you keep changing your lambda, you will keep changing your slope. No, lambda changes the slope, right?
Yeah.
Now, because you have already understood that this equation will be a line which passes through P, H, comma, K, and there is a lambda parameter that gives you different slope values, right? Then
Yeah.
that means you are just drawing all possible different lines through PHK, no?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So this is a very useful property. So this is going to be super useful. So for example, anytime you have to write a line through this in terms of
Yeah.
L1 and L2, two different lines, right? So you can
Yeah.
always write it like L1 plus lambda L2 is equal to 0. Okay.
Okay.
So this will be useful to us in cases like this, in a triangle, suppose, right?
Yeah.
Earlier we had done this question, no? A x1 y1, B x2 y2, right? And C
Yeah.
x3 y3. The points were given to us and we are finding altitudes, right?
Yeah.
Right, we are finding the orthocenter, no?
Yeah.
So now suppose instead of this, points were not given to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And suppose equation of BC was given L1, equation of AB was given L2, and equation of AC was given L3. These three lines were given, right?
Yeah.
Understood? So line equations are given. L1 is A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0, so on, right?
Yeah.
L1, L2, L3 are given. And suppose you want to find orthocenter, right?
Yeah.
Suppose you want to find this orthocenter, right?
Yeah.
So this H you have to find. So now the standard normal approach to find orthocenter would be ki first find the vertex, right? A,
Yeah.
B, and C. Once you have the vertices, then you can start doing the stuff, slope and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
You can start making a perpendicular line from A, which is perpendicular to L1, right? And
Yeah.
once you have two different altitudes, then you can solve for them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That is one way to do it. Another way to do it would be using this new theory that we have learned, right? We can say
Yeah.
that we know line AB and BC, then any line passing through B can be written as L1 plus lambda L2 is equal to 0.
Yeah.
So any line passing through B will be able to represent an altitude also, no?
Yeah.
So one of those infinite lines is one altitude, right?
Yeah.
Correct. But that specific line, what does it have to be? That specific altitude line has to be perpendicular to L3.
Yeah.
So slope of this line multiplied by slope of L3 should be -1.
Yeah.
You understand? So earlier, right
Yeah.
now, we got no slope of L1 plus lambda M2 is minus A1 plus lambda A2 by
Yeah.
B1 plus lambda B2, right?
Yeah.
Multiplied by slope of L3 is minus A3 by B3 should
Yeah.
be equal to -1, correct?
Yeah.
So you get A3 into A1 plus lambda A2 by B3 into B1 plus lambda B2 is equal to
Yeah.
-1. So
Fine.
therefore, A3 A1 plus lambda A2 A3 is equal to minus B1 B3 minus lambda
Yeah.
B2 B3. So you get
Yeah.
lambda is equal to minus B1 B3 plus A1 A3 divided
Yeah.
by A2 A3 plus B2 B3, right? Right.
Isn't it the reciprocal of this?
What is the reciprocal?
Like, isn't lambda equal to A3 A1 plus B1 B3 by? No, okay, okay, it's correct. It's correct.
I'm just solving it, dude. There's no mistake here,
Yeah.
right? So lambda has come, no?
Yeah.
Lambda has come, then directly equation of the altitude is, now put that lambda in this. So L1 plus lambda L2 is the equation of altitude.
Yeah.
Put the specific lambda in this, right?
Yeah.
Equation of altitude BH, right? We
Yeah.
have obtained without even solving for the point B or the point A or the point C. You understand?
Yeah.
So you have skipped one or two steps here. You did not need to solve for the ABC to find the orthocenter, right?
Yeah.
You understand that this will
Yeah.
be slightly faster than earlier. What
Okay.
have you done? You have written that any line through B will be like this, right?
Yeah.
And then said that this must be perpendicular to that L3, no?
Yeah.
So slope of this into slope of this will be -1. So that will give you the value of lambda.
Okay.
And then put that back into this, so you'll get the equation of the line. So let's look
Okay.
at the example 83. Okay, look at example 83.
Yeah.
Find the equation to the straight line which passes through the intersection of the straight lines this and this and is perpendicular to the straight lines this, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So now
Yeah.
he has done this question in two ways. Okay, first way is the standard method that anybody can do, right? First
Yeah.
way is saying, let's find the point of intersection of the two lines.
Yeah.
He has found the point of intersection -1/17 and 22/17. Okay.
Yeah.
So equation to the straight line which passes through the intersection point will be y minus 22/17 is equal to m into x plus 1/17.
Yeah.
Now this m will be perpendicular to the third line, which is m
Yeah.
into 6/7 should be -1. So m should be -7/6, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So he got the equation, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Now look at the alternative method. See how he does it without you using that, right?
Yeah.
So any straight line through the intersection of the straight lines this, right? There are two lines, no? 2x minus 3y plus 4 and 3x plus 4y minus 5, right? So he's saying
Yeah.
any straight line through the intersection point is L1 plus lambda L2 is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
Now see this straight line, if it is perpendicular to the third line that is given, right? Then
Yeah.
slope of it should be product of slope should be -1, no?
Yeah.
So he has done that product of slopes condition and gotten his lambda as 33/10, right?
Yeah.
You can see how he did it, no? -2
Yeah.
plus 3 lambda by 4 lambda minus 3 multiplied by the slope of this line is -6 by -7, say 6 by 7 is equal to -1, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then you get this equation and you get the value of lambda directly.
Yeah.
Once you get lambda directly, you put that in your original equation and you will
Okay.
get the equation of the perpendicular line, right? So this avoids that calculation of the intersection point, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to calculate intersection points to do it. Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, the bisector, next section is bisector, and that is the last section, I think, and straight lines is over. Okay, so let's do the bisector section, and one more section is there, parametric equations. So let's do bisectors. So there are two straight lines, this angle and this angle. Two angles are formed, no? Theta and 180
Yeah.
minus theta, right? So you can make a bisector line like this,
Yeah.
right? And you can also make a bisector line like this.
Yeah.
You can bisect basically both acute and obtuse angle between them.
Yeah.
This is L1, this is L2, right? So this is bisected and this is also bisected. Makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Are you sure that the two bisectors will make 90 degree between them?
Yeah.
This is theta by 2, this is 90
Yeah.
minus theta by 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the two bisectors will be perpendicular to each other, right?
Yeah.
Now we know from our basic theory that if you draw bisector, we had done this in properties of triangle, that bisectors
Yeah.
are equidistant from the sides, no?
Yeah.
This bisector, this perpendicular distance will be same as this perpendicular distance.
Yeah.
Any point on the bisector will basically be equidistant from the two sides making up that angle, right?
Yeah.
So we'll say PHK or XY. PXY will be equidistant from L1 and L2, right? So we can write
Yeah.
A1x plus B1y plus C1 by root A1 square plus B1 square is equal to,
Yeah.
this is distance mod,
A2x.
this is
Yeah.
equal to
A2x.
A2x plus B2y
B2
plus
plus C2
C2 by
by
root of
root
A2 square,
A2 square plus B2 square.
right? This is equal, right?
Yeah.
This is just a geometry condition that says that this distance is equal to this distance, right?
Yeah.
Because of congruent triangles. Now,
Yeah.
if this is true, then if you remove the mod sign, then equation will look something like this: A1x plus B1y plus C1 by root A1 square plus B1 square is equal to
Yeah.
plus minus
A2x plus B2y plus C2
right,
by root A plus B square. Yeah.
plus minus because signs could be opposite and alternate, right?
Yeah.
So these are this will give two straight lines. No, see, there are two straight line equations that come from here, right?
Yeah.
Two straight lines. So that is one bisector. This is bisector 1. And
Yeah.
this is bisector 2. Both their equations are these two only, right? Either you take the plus sign
Yeah.
or minus sign. This is bisector 1, this is bisector 2, right?
Yeah.
You understand? So this is the standard equation of bisectors. Now the tricky parts happen when you have to find out which is which.
Yeah.
You understand? So question could be that find the equation of the acute angle bisector.
Yeah.
Right? So there are two lines and they make 60 degree here and 120 here. You have to find this bisector.
Yeah.
Not the other one. So anyway, you can write plus minus, so you can write directly, but then you have to decide whether plus one will be this one or minus one will be this one, right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So for that, don't do what SLONI is doing here. Like
Yeah.
SLONI has found the method to do it, but it is a little confusing. So people get confused in this a lot and make mistakes. I will tell you what to
Okay.
do. So there are two lines, right? Suppose
Yeah.
this is one line, y is equal to m1x plus c1. This is another line, y is equal to m2x plus c2, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now equation of my bisector I can write as y1 minus y minus m1x minus c1 by root of 1
1
plus
plus m1
m1
square
square is equal to plus
is equal to plus minus
y minus m2x minus c2 by root of 1
by
plus.
root of 1 plus m2 square.
Correct. So
Yeah.
these are my two bisectors. I'm just confused about which one is which one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we take a point on the inside of those two lines and put it in the formula of the line and check whether it's positive or negative?
So that is the method that SLONE is showing, but there are many things to be worried
Okay.
about there. So if you
Okay.
read that section, you will feel like it is a little confusing. Like you'll have to make the lines having positive C1 and C2, and many things are there to remember. And people always get confused. So I'm not going to follow that method. I'm going to do a slightly different method. So let's say I will pick the first one, pick the positive one. Okay. Positive
Okay.
one. So just pick the positive one and write its equation
Yeah.
is equal to plus y minus m2x minus c2 by root
Yeah.
of 1 plus m2 square, right? Pick the positive one,
Yeah.
write its equation. Basically, then find the slope of this line, m of this line. This is
Yeah.
the line, no? So you can, when the question will have some numbers and all, this calculation will be easier, right? Right now it looks horrible, but the question will be some y is equal to 2x plus 3 and 3y is equal to x plus 1 or something, right? You understand?
Yeah.
When there will be numbers, this calculation of slope of this line will be easy, no? Slope of the bisector, right?
Yeah.
Find the equation of the bisector, find the slope of the bisector, then do one thing, then do this. Find the angle between
Okay.
bisector and any one line. And any
Okay.
one line. You understand?
Yeah.
So tan theta should be equal to mod of m minus m1 by 1 plus m1.
Yeah.
Right? We have learned angle between two lines, right?
Yeah.
Tan theta will be mod of this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you find this angle tan theta, if tan theta is greater than 1, what does it mean? Theta is greater than 45,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
if this angle was greater than 45, then this angle must be greater than 90, no?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You pick one bisector and find the angle that it makes with the given straight line, right?
Okay.
If the tan theta comes out to be greater than 1, I know that my theta angle, this small angle, is greater than 45, right?
Yeah.
So then this total angle must be greater than 90.
Yeah.
Then this total angle must be obtuse.
Yeah. Okay.
So the bisector that I picked with the plus sign must be the obtuse angle bisector in that case, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I wanted acute angle bisector, I should have picked minus sign.
Okay.
You understand? It's very simple.
Yeah.
So just pick any one bisector and find its angle with a given straight line. If the mod of that tan theta is less than 1, then it is acute
Yeah.
angle bisector. If mod of tan
Yeah.
theta is greater than 1, it is obtuse angle bisector, right?
Yeah.
Now if you read the theory where he explains how to find acute angle and obtuse angle bisector, no, it is, you will realize that it is quite confusing. Like there are many things to keep in mind. Okay. So
Okay.
don't follow that method, just follow what I have told you. It's very easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the last few things. Let's see.
Yeah. 1 minute.
Tell me
Can I just copy this part?
which part. This part.
Okay. Okay.
So suppose this bisector, there are two bisectors, L1 and L2 are the lines. Find equation of one bisector.
Yeah.
equation of one bisector would be the plus minus L1 by root over A1 square plus B1 square equal to L2 by
Yeah.
root over A2 square plus B2 square, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Equation of one bisector, both the bisectors is plus minus. Pick any one. Pick plus
Okay.
sign, say, for example.
Yeah.
So you will get an equation L3, right? L3 will be the line equation of the
Yeah.
bisector, right? Find slope of L3. Let's call it M3, right?
Yeah.
Right? Then find angle between M3 and
Yeah.
L1 or L2, right?
Yeah.
The angle between the bisector and the line, right? Find that angle. How do you find that? Tan theta is equal to mod of M3 minus M1 by 1 plus M3 M1, right?
Okay.
If this
Yeah.
tan theta is greater than 1, right? That means this angle is greater than 45.
Yeah.
That means this angle was obtuse, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
If the angle tan theta was less than 1, then this angle was less than 45. Then the overall angle is less than 90. So it was acute.
Yeah.
So that means the choice of sign that you picked, you will be able to decide whether it is obtuse angle bisector or acute angle bisector, right?
Yeah.
So if one of them is obtuse, the other sign minus sign will be acute.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's very simple and logical, the method, how to find the
Okay.
bisector and which one is obtuse angle bisector, which one is acute angle bisector, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go on. Now we'll look at parametric form. Parametric form of a line. So parametric
Oh, yeah.
form is one of the more useful forms. This is article 85. So
Yeah.
suppose you have a line like this, right? And let's say its slope is m. So this is a line parallel to x-axis and this
Yeah.
angle is theta. So basically m is equal to tan theta, right?
Okay.
So this point, let's say there is a fixed point on this line. This is called h comma k, right? And
Yeah.
you want another point on this line q, right? Which is at a distance r from it, okay?
Okay.
R from it. So now you can draw a right angle triangle like this, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can say that this distance, let's say q is x1 comma y1, right?
Yeah.
So this must be y1 minus k
Minus
and
K.
this must be x1 minus h.
Yeah.
And you obviously have that y1 minus k by x1 minus h is equal to tan
It's equal
theta.
to tan theta. Yeah.
This is sine theta by cos theta, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So
Yeah.
you have y1 minus k by sine theta is equal to
Yeah.
1 minus h by cos theta.
By cos theta,
So you can say that it is
which
equal
is equal
to
to R.
some constant called r, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
now you get y1 is equal to r sine theta plus k,
Yeah.
x1 is equal to r cos theta plus h, right?
Yeah.
So any point on this line. So if you have a fixed point on a line and slope of a line, right?
Yeah.
So remember this, if you have one point on the line and slope of a line, then
Yeah.
any other point q on the line, x comma y, can be written as
Yeah.
h plus r cos theta, comma k plus
Yeah.
r sin theta, where r is the distance between p and q, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And r can be plus or minus. So if you
Yeah.
put minus, you will get points this side.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand? So
Yeah.
this rule and this logic is always correct, no? So because q minus pq distance will be r cos theta r sin theta, no, along the line,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
any point basically you will be able to express in terms of the fixed point and the slope of the line and distance between them.
Yeah.
right? Between them.
Yeah.
So see the corollary one that he has written. We have x is equal to h plus r cos theta and y is equal to k plus r sin theta, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So this is going to be any general point x comma y on the straight line. Okay.
Yeah.
So now what he's saying is 87. To find the length of the straight line drawn through a given point in a given direction to meet a given straight line. Okay.
Yeah.
This part, this parametric form of a line equation is clear, no?
Yeah.
Where parameter is r. Okay, our parameter was r. So parameter r can change, no? R can be 1, can be 5, can be -3, right?
Yeah.
And you will be able to find each and every point on the line, no? Basically,
Yeah.
as long as you know a fixed point on the line and slope of the line, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll find 87. We'll do 87. 87 is to find equation or to find length. To find the length of
Yeah.
straight line drawn through a given point,
Yeah.
given point in a given direction to meet a given straight line. So basically I will show you in a figure. To meet a given straight line, so let's say there is a straight line given. Okay, there's a
Yeah.
point given P, right? And suppose you have to find this length.
Yeah.
This length. Okay, so
Yeah.
you have to point P is given, which is h comma k, and the given direction is given. So given direction means basically slope of this line is given. No,
Yeah.
direction is an angle, right? You have to go
Yeah.
only on this line. You cannot go like this. This is not allowed.
Yeah.
You have to go like this. So basically
Yeah.
a line is defined, no, like this.
Yeah.
And you have to find length of straight line drawn through P to meet a given straight line. So that means you have to find length PQ.
Yeah.
Okay, length PQ you have to find to meet a given straight line. Given straight line is this. Okay, so let's say
Yeah.
given straight line equation is capital AX plus BY plus capital C is 0, right?
Yeah.
And P is H comma K, right? And the given direction, in a given direction, that part means the angle theta according to the x-axis, where which direction you are supposed to move, right?
Yeah.
So the slope of this line PQ is equal to tan theta, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now by parametric form, I know a fixed point on this line, and I
Yeah.
know theta of the line, PQ line.
Yeah.
So any
So you can
point,
find R.
any point on line PQ, right, can be
Yeah.
written as x comma y will be equal to h plus r cos theta
R. Yeah.
comma k plus r
Right.
sin theta.
Yeah.
This is what we learned in the previous article. Okay.
Yeah.
Now any point xy can be written like this. So there will be a point q which will
Yeah.
also fit this pattern, right?
Yeah.
But q will also lie on
That line.
the line, this line.
Yeah. AX plus BY plus C.
Correct.
So then we put that value of H
correct,
plus
correct.
R cos theta
So
and
we
find
can
the
say
value.
q which looks like this will fit this also line. So it will be a h plus r cos theta plus b k plus r sin theta plus c is equal to 0. So you will get r
Yeah.
is equal to minus c minus a cos theta. No, ah wait, minus ah minus bk minus c by a cos theta plus b sin
Yeah.
theta.
Yeah.
Correct? This should
Yeah.
come, right?
Yeah.
Which is the required length? This is the required length. Okay,
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. From the preceding, maybe deduce the, look at the corollary, right?
Yeah.
So for the m of the straight line drawn through A is tan theta, and m of 1 is minus a by b. Okay. So suppose tan theta into, okay, what he's saying is, suppose you wanted to find length of perpendicular from this, no? Right?
Yeah.
Then this line, the tan theta, should be perpendicular to this line, no?
Yeah.
So that means tan theta multiplied by minus a by b should be equal to -1.
Yeah.
So tan theta must be equal to b by a.
Yeah.
Tan theta must be equal to b by a if I put here in this equation, right?
Yeah.
So you get cos tan theta is b by a. So this becomes cos theta is a by root a square plus b square,
Yeah.
and a into that plus b sin theta becomes b by root a square plus b square,
Yeah.
right? Correct? So see what happens on
Yeah.
the denominator, a square plus b square by root a square plus b square, right?
Yeah.
So it becomes, denominator becomes root a square plus b square,
Yeah.
right? And on top is minus ah minus bk minus c, right?
Yeah.
So that is, now it is fitting the formula that we had derived earlier, no?
Yeah.
Perpendicular from this would be what? Ah plus bk plus c by root a square plus b square, no?
Yeah.
And see, from here we can get it, right? Same formula is coming.
Yeah.
So basically he's saying from this theory that he has just derived, you can, by using tan theta is equal to b by a, you can derive the formula that we got earlier, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now the work done is to try as many questions as possible. Just try to do exercise 8. The exercise 8 has
Yeah.
45 questions. Okay. So
Yeah.
if you try and are able to solve most of them, then straight lines is over for you. Okay.
Okay.
Nothing much is left. We will look at a couple more things in the next chapter. In the next chapter, only thing we need to look at is 88 and 89. Okay.
Okay.
Chapter 5. Chapter 5,
Okay.
88 and 89 we need to look at, and maybe, okay, wait 1 second. We have to skip exercise 9, but we might do 97 onwards. 97, 98, 97, 98, 99, 100, and
Okay.
exercise 10 we might do.
Okay.
Okay. Exercise 10 we might do. There are a lot of locus questions and all there. So
Yeah.
so exercise 10 on, actually exercise 10 onwards is quite nice and difficult questions. So we need to do those. So don't worry about it. Straight lines right now, just focus on practicing and finishing exercise 8. Okay. You are
Yeah.
understanding the theory, no?
Yeah.
So please attempt this exercise 8, keeping in mind the stuff that we have learned. Whenever you are facing any difficulty, go back to the relevant article. Okay. Go
Yeah.
back to what was there, article 88. Let's see what was there and can we use it, something like
Yeah.
that, right? Don't worry about, if you're not getting it, just refer back to the theory. The more you know the theory, the better it will be at the coordinate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for today then. Next
Okay.
class we will do a little bit of physics as well, and
Yeah.
we'll continue with the coordinate. Okay. Most probably next
Yeah.
class will be on Saturday, I think. Saturday or Sunday. I'll have one class
Yeah.
for sure on Saturday, Sunday. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
That's it. Okay. Bye.
सर सर
हाँ बोलिए.
सर आपको 11th ग्रेड का कुछ मिल गया
11th grade, what do you mean?